Sara. Welcome to How to CEO.
Thank you for having me.
We are very excited to have you. We've known you for, I think, about 10 years.
Yes.
Almost. I think when we met you, you were at such a different place in your life than you are today.
Like a 180.
And so I think watching you grow and change throughout the years, I feel like there's just so much that we can learn from you. You've been through so much in your life. Career changes, running your own business, divorce, losing a parent. We really want to talk to you today about just how you kind of have overcome some of the most difficult times, whether it's been mentally, physically, financially. Hopefully there's a lot of takeaways for other people that may be going through similar things, because I feel like it's quite common for women to go through some of this shit at some point in their lifetime.
Absolutely. Most of the things that I've gone through, someone will deal with.
Yeah.
They're real issues that women face, and they're super challenging.
Yeah.
And sometimes, depending on when they're happening in your life, you might really not have someone to fall back on.
Yeah.
You kind of go at it alone. I know with my divorce, I was young when it all started. I was 32 years old. I was a baby. I'm 41 years old now, and I still feel like I'm very young, but it was shortly after my dad died, and it was really hard for me to just stand on my own 2 feet by myself.
Yeah.
I'd been with my ex-husband for 10 years.
Wow.
So your entire 20s.
My entire
That's
20s from
wild.
when I was a young woman. Losing him was one of the harder things that I've had to deal with, even though like our marriage was not healthy.
Do you feel like you had to become a certain person to handle that situation, or how did you navigate it?
I wasn't trying to become a certain person. I was just trying to make sure I could wake up every day and not completely fall apart.
Survival mode.
Like, it was very challenging to show up at my professional career, be a good friend, be a good family member, and support myself. Like, there are so many different plates that you have to fill as an adult or a young adult that I was super struggling just trying to be. And I didn't know who I was. Like, for so long, I was either a fiance or a wife.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden one day, I didn't have a dad, I didn't have a husband. So I'm like, who am I? Like,
Right.
what am I? All of my hobbies, the things that I used to enjoy, like they kind of all fell apart because of like my husband was no longer around, the things that we used to do together.
Do you feel like there was any particular moments where you felt like things were really falling apart, or were you blindsided?
I was blindsided by the divorce.
Yeah.
My ex left me a note and I'm reading it in my kitchen, trembling. I felt like I just got winded and I was like frozen. I
Yeah.
stood there, and then all of a sudden, all of my fears in life started taking over. Being alone, not being able to financially support myself. Like, I had a really good job, but my partner's contribution to our lifestyle, our mortgage, our bills, were no longer going to be there. I remember calling my mom, just sobbing and being like, Mom, so sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry. You spent so much money. My mom isn't rich. She
Yeah.
spent so much money on this wedding. And she said to me, you know, honey, I did this knowing that this could happen one day. And I love you no matter what. Everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And that was what I needed to hear in that moment. So then I just started trying to figure out, how do I navigate this?
Yeah.
You know, like,
What did that look like for you, like day to day after that moment?
I went and got professional advice. The first thing I did, I got a lawyer,
Yeah.
you know, because I didn't know what I was entitled to.
Yeah.
I didn't know the rules and how things were supposed to go. I met with a lawyer and she really helped me navigate like what I can come out of this with.
Yeah.
And what's fair legally.
Yeah.
Because what my ex was proposing as a way to depart from this relationship was not what my lawyer was telling me I was entitled
Which
to.
I think is so
Yeah.
common.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was an eye-opener. And so when I got that advice, I was so thankful.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized, like, I need to step up my game in my career. And if it takes looking for new jobs, getting a better role,
Yeah.
then that's what I need to do.
Yeah.
And through time, I definitely leveraged my career to the point where now I'm making top dollar
Yeah.
Yeah.
and earning what I need to keep my life whether it's with someone or without.
Yeah, like you have your security no matter what.
No matter what. The one thing that I wish I did before all this happened was have an emergency fund.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Girl,
That makes sense.
I didn't
Like your
have
own
my
thing?
my own thing. You know, they
Completely
always
separate?
tell women, you know, keep a little bank account that he doesn't know about.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I went into this marriage like head on, thinking like we're a team.
Yeah.
We do everything together. He trusts me, I trust him.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any of that. You know, I would get my paycheck after he left and I would just sit there and cry. And you're thinking, you know, you're getting a paycheck, you should be happy. But I would know that every single dollar of that paycheck was already spoken for.
Yeah.
And in
Okay.
most cases, I wouldn't even have enough to cover what's coming up.
Right.
Yeah.
So I started clawing into my line of credit, started clawing into my credit cards. And then there came a day where it was like, I don't have any money left on these cards.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious about what you think your biggest financial mistake might have been in the relationship, like, or in life, just X aside, everything like that.
There's a couple. I would definitely say just assuming the circumstances would never change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you stand up there and you take a vow with somebody, you assume it's going to be forever. Thick and thin, sickness and health, till death do us part.
Right.
And I just assumed, even though we were going through challenges, struggles, you know, that he would always be there. And, you know, getting that letter that day when I came home blindsided
I
me.
can't even imagine
Yeah.
that.
I just never thought that
Yeah, I feel like
was
we
in the
don't have like
cards for me.
such a shocking reaction because obviously we know the story.
I
Like we're not
know.
hearing it for the first time. I
I
feel like if
know.
I was hearing
Yeah.
this for the first time, I'd be like, he did what? You know?
I-
So I hope people out there aren't like, wow, these bitches are gold. Because like, no, we know like that's fucking insane.
But I feel like every time I hear you say that, and I've only heard it a handful of times, I'm like, what the actual fuck?
He's a
every
coward, dude.
time. Yeah.
Like, I feel like I got ghosted by my husband
Of 10 years.
of
Which
10
is
years.
fucked.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he didn't completely ghost me because he
Yeah.
left me a note, but like,
I mean, bitch, it's like being left on
he
red.
couldn't even
Have
face
a
you.
conversation.
look or even pick up the phone and have a phone conversation.
Yeah,
if it
that's
was too hard to
insane.
look
That's
me in the
insanity.
eye and say these things to me, like a note.
Coward.
It
For
was
sure.
it was
Cowardly.
not what I expected.
Let's talk about the rebuild because I feel like to some extent you definitely had some unhealthy habits.
Oh, I was in survival mode. I would drink till I blacked out and I would think it was so much fun, you know,
Yeah.
like, and in a way it was fun because I was drowning my sorrows. They weren't showing up. They were gone far, far away.
Mhm.
And I was living a life that I didn't get to live when I was with my husband. I was on yachts in Miami. I was in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I was living the single girl lifestyle,
Yeah.
but that really wasn't who I was.
Yeah.
I was definitely numbing a lot of things. And once things got bad during COVID, I, for the first time in my life, utilized the experience of a life coach.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
He kind of just fell into my lap through social media.
Yeah.
Why do you
for-
feel like you were open to that though? Because I feel like a lot of people aren't even open to that.
I was done living in survival mode.
Yeah, so
Right.
you felt like you wanted to
I
change.
wanted to fix how my insides felt. Like I felt like my heart and my soul was screaming like a child in a tantrum.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to fix that.
Yeah.
I wanted to fix it.
Yeah.
You know, the people around me, bless their hearts, they're wonderful people, but they can't fix it either. I had to
No.
take full responsibility that the only way this is going to change is that I am going to do something about it.
Right.
And he spoke the language that made the most sense to me. It was
Yeah.
the most money, other than a vacation
Yeah.
and my wedding,
Yeah.
that I've ever spent in my life.
Yeah.
And I was so nervous. I was like, do I do this? Do I not do it? And I was like, you know what? What could go wrong?
You know what's funny though is
Yeah.
people are so hesitant to spend money on things like that when it's like you're spending money on self-development. Like at the end of the day, let's say you're spending money on vacation. Like you don't know if it's going to be a shit vacation or a good vacation. You have no idea what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like you could go, the place could flood, there could be a hurricane, but we're just like amazing vacation. Like
Yeah.
we always have this mindset going in that like, who cares? Like I'm going to get a break. Like,
Yeah.
but when it comes to therapy or any sort of like life coaching, financial advice, advice, self-help. It's like, oh, I got to spend like a couple grand on this. Like, I don't know. Like, is it worth it? You know, I guess looking back, like, would you ever take that decision back to spend that money?
Oh, I've done it a couple more times.
Yeah, like that was just your gateway into.
It's amazing. And not only did it benefit me, but like everyone around me. I learned things that could be shared with others, because the things that he shared with me wasn't just about my individual situation. It's about bettering my health. We had all this coaching and did all these things. It was like a 3-month program.
Yeah.
I decided I'm going to uproot my whole entire life and I'm going to quit my job.
Yeah. Of how many years?
18 years.
Oh my gosh, almost 2 decades.
Yeah.
I was like,
so it's a huge
very good at what I did.
Yeah.
And I, was very fearful of moving on, but I needed like a jolting change.
So also during that program and during that time that you were going through all that change, is that when you decided to become sober as well? Like stop drinking?
Yes. A big part of this program with him was resetting my nervous system.
Okay. Yeah.
My nervous system was wrecked, and rightfully so. I've been through a lot, and I think the way my mom is and the way I've grown up around her, we just truck on and we just internalize everything, you know, and we don't ask for help. We just do.
You don't have outlets.
No, not really. So my body was greatly struggling.
Yeah.
So he was like, while we're resetting your nervous system, no alcohol.
Yeah.
So it was 90 days of no alcohol.
Yeah.
And I got out of the 90 days and I was like, this feels pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just let's see where this takes me. And, 5 years later, I'm still like, this is great.
What do you feel like rebuilding your life looks like for you now? Because I would say, and I'm sure you would agree, like it's never done.
It's focusing on a lot of things. Like my main goal now is living below my means, especially after the divorce and quitting my job.
Yeah.
Like I didn't buy clothes. I didn't do anything extra for myself. Like I scraped to get gifts together. So I really learned how to get by with nothing. Like just because I make the most money I've ever made in my life doesn't mean I need to spend it all.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean,
Stop talking.
I struggle with that.
We're stopping this right now.
Like, don't get me wrong. The urge
That's
is
terrible advice.
always
That's going to trigger
there.
so many people.
The urge is always there, especially when I see like nice commas in my savings accounts. I'm like, okay, like go away, buy something new, or watch it grow.
Yeah.
And that's my new obsession lately.
Ooh.
I also found more forms of income.
Yeah.
There's only so many hours in a day, so you don't want to give every moment away, but I have my passion job. Then I have my 9-to-5 where I make bank.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
My bills, my investments, everything's covered. And then I help a family member with some of his small business needs. And with all that money together, I don't need to worry about anything.
Invested as well.
Yeah,
you're
I have
also
invested. And those things keep me in line. And just focusing on my goals.
Yeah.
And then the other part of my day-to-day life is protecting my mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were moments in my marriage where my mental health wasn't the greatest just because our relationship wasn't doing well. And I took a lot on personally when I should have just realized like it's the mechanics of the relationship. It's not me that's broken.
Yeah.
And making sure that like I'm working those things out through my body as well. Like we hold so much trauma in the body. Like we can't go through things and not find ways to get it out.
Yeah.
So
like physical exercise, like
physical
yoga
exercise, meditation.
Yeah.
Going for a walk with your best friends and
Yeah.
making sure you get it verbally out and physically out.
Yeah.
So important.
Yeah.
So important.
Would you say like that's the number one step? Because like I definitely want to talk about the financial aspect and how you've completely changed the trajectory of your life just financially in the last even like couple of years. But I do think like a lot of people try to go there without dealing with their own shit first. Do you think that is like 100% the number one step that you would have to take prior to like starting to actually focus on the financial aspect?
No, you know what? I think there's a way to do them simultaneously.
Okay. Yeah.
And I wouldn't say wait on either. That's some of the things like I wish I didn't wait 7 years to find my coach. But, alignment and things happen the way they do. But, I wish I sought help earlier. But I definitely think grieving and healing from the loss of a parent or a marriage or a friendship. You still have to move through those things.
Right.
Yeah.
And rebuilding financially can happen at the same time. There might be like shifts back and forth and kind of different methods to it, but don't wait for one to be right to have the other one start to feel like
a good
it's
point. Because I do think sometimes they tend to focus in on one thing, right? Like they're like, okay, this year I'm going to work on this. And then everything else just gets left behind. And it's like, the reality is you kind of have to put yourself into all of the things. Otherwise, like it's all going to bleed in, right? So it's like, if you're not doing well financially, but then you're doing all this work on your mental health, it's really setting you back for your mental health because you have all this pressure mentally about the finances.
That's what I feel like I'm trying to master now.
Yeah.
I've got a really good grip on my nervous system and my happiness, and my finances and things are just aligning with that now.
I know you've given me tons of like advice and financial stuff over like the last couple years because I've seen what you're doing and I want to know. So I've just been like, give me the tips. But is there anything that you've heard over the years that you think is like the most fucking useless advice ever when it comes to finances, and a lot of people will harbor on that one thing?
Well, there's the little ones like, just don't buy coffee.
Oh, like fuck off with that. Thank you.
Get rid of your streaming whatever
services. Yeah.
Like when you're drowning because of circumstances beyond your control and you actually aren't buying coffee, and someone's like, well, just cut out the little things. It doesn't work like that. You know?
Everyone calm down. Go get your fucking latte. It's okay.
If you need a latte that day for your mental health, then do it.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, if you have a problem where you're dropping $30 a day or a week on these things and you can't pay your bills because of your lattes, then of course, give up your lattes. But that wasn't the boat that I was in.
Yeah.
And having people tell me to trim little things here and there, I'm like, I can't trim anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I'm already trimming my grocery bill.
Yeah.
Like, to be able to fund my life. Like, how do I? How do?
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't work like that.
I love that you touched on that because it's something I hear all the time online. It's like, stop going and getting a coffee. You can make it at home. Like little bullshit like that make people so much happier with their day. I'm like, that little coffee isn't fucking your life up.
Yeah.
It's everything else.
And you know, the other one that can be really damaging is hustle harder.
Yeah. Oh, yep, definitely.
You know, like, if you're sitting at home being a lazy bum and you got no mental health issues, you've got no stress, you've got no nervous system damage, then maybe you should go hustle a little harder. But you know what? If your body and your mind need rest, hustling is the last thing that you need to be doing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Good point.
Definitely what I would suggest is look at what you do for a living, and is there a way to optimize your leverage there?
Yes.
Like, for example, in the last year, I decided to go working from the Valley to go working downtown. I got a $25,000 raise just from changing the office that I work in.
Yeah, it's worth it.
It's so worth it.
What like financial advice would you give to someone like who's just kickstarting their 30s and thinks they have time running out?
You definitely don't have time running out. You have a lot of time ahead of you. But what I would suggest, if you haven't already, is get your investments started.
Okay, I will.
Compound interest is your best friend.
Compound interest. You taught me that. I've learned a lot.
You know, like putting $5,000 somewhere that you can't touch in a higher style of investment can get you so far. Like, luckily, I've had a little bit of money stewing off in the corner and I never look at it. And every time I do get the statement and I see it, I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Like, thank God I did that.
It's just been compounding. It started at like $12,000 and now it's at like nearly 40.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And it's just been doing its own little thing over there, because with investments, time is your best friend.
Yeah.
It's never too late to get started. Don't be afraid if you're 40, 45, 50 to get started, but just get started.
Yeah.
So I wish I did that when I was your guys' age. I wish I put a little bit more money away.
That's my big takeaway.
Yeah, I agree, actually. That is a takeaway for me as well today. If you think about somebody that's at their worst version right now, or rock bottom, so to speak, what do you feel like is their first step?
Well, it depends on where you're at in that stage, but I would say make that appointment that you've been putting off. In most cases, you know what that is.
Yeah, totally.
Especially if you're avoiding it. That's the one you need to do.
You know what the fuck you're avoiding.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you feel like you want women to stop feeling guilty about?
Ooh, great question.
Starting over is a big one. It's okay to start over.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, start over as many times as you want. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I had to tell myself that over and over and over again until I really believed it, because I didn't believe it at first.
Do you think that you still have things that you tell yourself every day?
Yeah, I tell myself every day I'm worthy.
Nice.
That was a hard one.
Aw, you are worthy.
I know.
Aw,
But it was a
buddy.
really hard one for a really long time because it didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
You know, it might have felt different if I was the one that initiated the divorce, but
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, he was the one that said, this is what I need. And so it didn't feel right. Like, it still kind of irks me today. Every time I do my taxes, I have to click the divorced box on my taxes.
Yeah.
Like, why is this
Why
a
not
thing?
the single box,
can it-
bitch? The
Yeah, I know.
fuck?
Why is it a thing though? Like, why do we even have to identify people as divorced? Because it's
don't
like you're
know.
married or you're single. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have
That
to be
pisses
something
me off.
post-married?
Well, like, it's been...
Fuck these labels, you know?
It's
Yeah.
been a long time for me now.
Yeah.
Like, we finalized our divorce in 2018.
Yeah.
So it's been some time. Like, there should be an allowance period of like, okay, it's done. She can go back to being single. But anyways, let's move on from
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Because once you get married again, you're back in the married category.
Yeah, exactly.
right?
So
Like,
it should just be single and married.
it's a
I think
weird
it's
thing
wild.
that-
Yeah,
that
it makes
irks me
no
every
sense.
time I do
it
my
makes no
taxes.
sense.
Do only women have to do it, or do men have to do it?
Men have to do it as well.
That would be fucking
That would-
insane
well,
if they only
listen.
made women do
Listen.
it. Can you imagine?
I can. You're the fucking hag.
I can so see it. That would be so crazy.
Oh. Well, what do you think, just to wrap up everything we've talked about today, what would you tell the lowest version of yourself from like this perspective now?
Learn the lessons, but don't live in the blame.
Ooh.
You know, like,
Damn.
life,
Mic
life,
drop.
life is
That
going
was a
to
mic drop.
serve you
Yeah.
lessons
That's-
constantly. And if you blame yourself for the divorce and for this and that and the other, you're never going to move forward.
Yeah.
So learn the lesson, be thankful, and move on.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at now, is really like mastering the art of moving on. And some days I'm like, ooh, am I just cold? And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not cold. Like,
Yeah.
I've
You're
just
definitely
learned
not cold.
that
No, yeah.
everything has a lesson to teach you. And once you've mastered that, you can move on from it.
If you could go back in time and tell your younger self anything, what would you tell her?
I would just tell her the ride is going to be rough, but those that love you will carry you through it.
Oh.
Because, you know, my mom and my sister and my friends, they've always showed up for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
I'm
all
so
women.
thankful. All women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't
Fuck
that
yeah.
interesting?
I'm not surprised.
We are like
Nurturing.
Madison has said this before, we're like a beehive.
We are a little beehive. Well, thank you so much. That was actually just beautiful. I
Yeah,
love
that was beautiful.
I got emotional a few times. I was not expecting
I'm
that.
glad
too.
I didn't ugly cry.
Yeah.
No, you
Because-
beautifully cried. It made
No,
me
you
almost
held
cry
it
gonna
in.
more.
be
We
honest
actually didn't
with
cry.
you.
It didn't come out. It
didn't
just
come out.
sat
This
there.
is like the first time that I've actually had a serious conversation about my divorce.
Oh, wow.
Like, it doesn't really come up on girls' nights.
Yeah.
You know, and in our girl group, I'm the only one that's been married,
Yeah.
Yeah.
at least within the core,
Yeah.
right? So, like, I kind of feel like the odd man out with that sometimes, right?
Yeah,
So,
fair.
like, it doesn't get talked
Yeah.
about a lot.
I definitely think that this conversation is going to help a lot of people today, which is so
For
great.
sure.
I feel like since the very beginning, that was the only thing that we really gave a shit about with our episodes, is we were always just saying, like, even if one like woman listening feels like, oh my God, like, thank God, like, I'm not the only one.
Right.
That's like it, right? Like, it's just this feeling of like, okay, it's not just me. Like, I'm not crazy. Or like, there is somebody out there that's going through something similar, whatever it may be.
I'm just so thankful that we've managed to stay amazing friends through this
Yeah.
whole process. Growth isn't easy for so many reasons.
Yeah.
For the individual going through the growth,
Yeah.
for the people around them. Like, sometimes to grow, you need to let go of
Yeah.
a lot of things. And I've managed to hold on to you two very tightly. And
Well, I'm glad.
it's wonderful, you know, like, you
Yeah.
guys have watched me go through sobriety. Like,
Yeah.
I look back at the other girl and I'm like,
Yeah.
Who the fuck is
who
that?
is that? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
like,
know
you don't
her.
even recognize
There's
that
been,
person.
and I would have never thought sitting here today, this is who I would be.
Yeah.
But I am so calm inside. I'm so happy. My life is so aligned.
Yeah.
I just feel like heading into the next decade of my 50s and 60s that I'm going to be healthy and resilient and vibrant. And that's all I want for my future.
We love you.
Love you
That
guys.
was
Love
so
you.
beautiful today. And thank you for all the fun. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it has been a pleasure. And now you have to say,
Okay, you host.
I guess it's time for us to go. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and we will see you next Friday.
Bye.
Amazing.
My leg is asleep. I can't get up. Like, I literally can't.